The top law enforcement officer in the state of Texas impeached.
Republicans and Democrats in the Texas House of Representatives overwhelmingly adopting 20 articles for misconduct.
It's 10 times worse than it's been voted.
Ken Paxton maintaining his innocence, calling it all politics.
And they are showcasing their absolute contempt for the electoral process.
Now all eyes are on the Texas Senate for the first impeachment trial of a Texas Attorney General.
Everyone will do their job to the utmost in fairness.
KVUE's special coverage of the impeachment trial of Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton starts now. Thank you for joining us for this KVUE News special report. I'm Ashley Goudeau.
And I'm Tony Plohetski. We are minutes away from the start of the impeachment trial of Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton.
Let's take a live look inside the Senate chamber in the Texas Capitol. You see it there in that box at the bottom of your screen. That's where the trial will take place. Opening statements are set to start after Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, who is presiding over the trial, rules on pretrial motions. Now, while we wait for that process to start, let's talk about how we got here. Back in May, the Texas House of Representatives voted 121 to 23 to adopt 20 articles of impeachment against Paxton. The Senate is taking up 16 of those articles in this trial. Articles 1 through 6 and 8 accuse Paxton of disregard of official duty.
Article 7 is misapplication of public resources, and now we want to go to the Senate chamber where they are starting, Ashley. And you can see there that we are waiting for the senators to file in. We understand that Ken Paxton has been on the Senate floor this morning.
As well as some of the senators, but as you can see now, everyone is standing as the senators, who again are serving as the jury, are walking in now.
Please remain standing at your desk as you come on.
As they're walking to their seats, all 31 senators required to be here as that
Those here
jury.
in the gallery are watching online. Every day we begin a Senate session with a prayer, and we will do so every day during this impeachment process. Senator King. Each day, a different senator will present the prayer as they wish.
Morning. If you would just bow with me, please. Father, we wanted to start off today putting first things first, because for all of us, this is a first. It's an incredibly solemn and important occasion. None of us have ever been a part of a trial of this nature. And really, it's only happened a handful of times in Texas history. So as we come to it this morning, we just first pray that you would just give us wisdom in all the presentation and all the deliberations and just everything that will go on. For those of us who are going to be making the decisions at the end, we just pray for your wisdom and insight. We know the truth is always at the top of your agenda with justice, and we pray that we would see what that is and that we would make decisions in accordance with that. Just want to pray for the Lieutenant Governor. This is a new role for him as presiding officer. We pray for your help for him in that task. I just pray for all of us members of the Senate. We've been here most of this year. We all have a lot of responsibilities back home that are piling up, and we just pray that you would just keep everything moving smooth at home. with our families and our businesses and just all our responsibilities so that we can focus all our efforts on this task. But also just pray for good health so that we can all be here every day, all of us who are part of this trial. We pray that we can be here every day, be healthy, be attentive, sleep well, just all those things we need to do the job that you've put us here to do. And Father, again, we just ask just for your guidance, your direction, and we just pray that when all this is over, that all of us will walk away knowing in your eyes that we did the right thing. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Senator King. I will now have, you may be seated. Everyone be seated. We will now have our Chief Justice, Nathan Heck, give the oath of office to myself and Judge Lana Myers.
I, Dan Patrick, do solemnly swear
I, Dan Patrick, do solemnly swear
that I will impartially try William Kenneth Paxton, Jr.,
William Kenneth Paxton, Jr.,
Attorney General of Texas,
Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges submitted by the House of Representatives, so help me God.
So help me God. Now, Judge Myers.
I, Lana Myers, do solemnly swear
I, Lana Myers, do solemnly swear
that I will impartially perform the duties of legal counsel and jurist
the duties of legal counsel and jurist
in the impeachment of William Kenneth Paxton, Jr.,
William Kenneth Paxton, Jr.,
Attorney General of Texas,
Attorney General of Texas,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Thank you, Chief Justice. For those in the gallery and again watching online, we seldom bring out the Sam Houston Bible. We do it at inaugurations and other special occasions. And this is a very significant and serious occasion that will be in the history books. And I thought it appropriate to bring out the Sam Houston Bible, not just for Judge Myers and myself, but for each member of the Senate, the jurors. So we're going to take a few minutes instead of swearing in everyone at one time. And our clerk of the court, Patsy Spa, who I might mention has not missed a session day in 54 years, is dedicated to her service. Will present the Bible to each member. I will swear them in. You may choose to put your hand on the Bible or not. That is your decision. And we present the Bible to you. We will do it one by one, starting with Senator Blanco. Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
I will impartially try Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr.,
I will impartially try Warren Paxton, Jr.,
Attorney General of Texas,
Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges submitted to me
upon the impeachment charges submitted to me
by the House of Representatives,
by the House of Representatives,
and a true verdict render according to the law
true verdict rendered according to the law
and the evidence. So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, Senator. Senator LaMantia. Please repeat after me. I do solemnly swear and affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will impartially try Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr., Attorney General,
that I will impartially try Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr., Attorney General,
upon the impeachment charges submitted to me by the House of Representatives,
upon the impeachment charges submitted to me by the House of Representatives,
and a true verdict render
and a true verdict render
according to the law
according to the law
and the evidence.
and the evidence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Parker? Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
Do solemnly swear or affirm
I will impartially try Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr., Attorney General of Texas,
I will impartially try Mr.
Warren?
Paxton, Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges submitted to me by the House of Representatives,
on the impeachment charges submitted to me by the House of Representatives,
and a true verdict render
and a true verdict rendered
according to the law and the evidence.
according to the law and evidence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Hughes? Senator Hughes, repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will impartially try
that I will impartially try
Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr., Attorney General of Texas,
Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr., Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges submitted to me by the House of Representatives,
upon the impeachment charges submitted to me by the House of Representatives,
and a true verdict render
and a true verdict render
according to the law and the evidence.
according to the law and the evidence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Springer. Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
I will partially try
that I will impartially try
Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr., Attorney General of Texas,
Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr., Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges submitted to me
upon the impeachment charges submitted to me
by the House of Representatives,
by the House of Representatives,
and a true verdict render
and a true verdict rendered
according to the law and the evidence.
according to the law and evidence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Senator Johnson. Please repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will impartially try
that I will impartially try
Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr., Attorney General of Texas,
Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr., Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges submitted
upon the impeachment charges submitted
to me by the House of Representatives,
to me by the House of Representatives,
and a true verdict render
and a true verdict render
according to the law and the evidence.
according to the law and the evidence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, sir. Senator Gutierrez. Please repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will impartially try
that I will impartially try
Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr., Attorney General of Texas,
Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr., Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges
upon the impeachment charges
submitted to me by the House of Representatives,
submitted to me by the House of Representatives,
and a true verdict render
true verdict render
according to the law and the evidence.
according to the law and the evidence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Miles. Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
Do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will impartially try
I will impartially try
Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr., Attorney General of Texas,
Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr., Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges
upon impeachment charges
submitted to me by the House of Representatives,
submitted to me by the House of Representatives,
and a true verdict render
and true verdict render
according to the law and the evidence.
according to the law and the evidence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Swertner. Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear and affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will impartially try
that I will impartially try
Warren Kenneth, Jr., Attorney General of Texas,
Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr., Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges
upon the impeachment charges
submitted to me by the House of Representatives,
submitted to me by the House of Representatives,
and a true verdict render
a true verdict rendered
according to the law and the evidence.
according to the law and the evidence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. Senator Campbell. Please repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will impartially try
that I will impartially try
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr., Attorney General of Texas,
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr., Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges submitted to me by the House of Representatives
submitted to me by the House of Representatives,
and a true verdict rendered according to the law and the evidence.
according to the law and the evidence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. Senator Nichols. Please repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will impartially try
that I will impartially try
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr., Attorney General of Texas,
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr., Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges
on the impeachment charges
submitted to me by the House of Representatives
submitted to me by the House of Representatives,
and a true verdict rendered
and a true verdict rendered
according to the law and the evidence.
according to the law and the evidence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. Senator West. Please repeat after me, Senator. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will impartially try that I will impartially try Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr.,
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr.,
Attorney General of Texas,
Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges
brought to me by the
House of Representatives, and a true verdict render according to the law and the evidence. So help me God. Thank you, Senator. Senator Zaffirini. Please repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will impartially try
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr.,
Attorney General of Texas,
Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges brought to me by the House of Representatives, and a true verdict render according to the law and the evidence. So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Hinojosa. Senator, repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will impartially try Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr.,
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr.,
Attorney General of Texas,
Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges brought to me by the House of Representatives, and a true verdict rendered according to the law, the evidence,
and the evidence.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Huffman. Please repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will impartially try Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr.,
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr.,
Attorney General of Texas,
Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges brought to me by the House of Representatives, a true verdict render according to the law, the evidence, so help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Whitmire. This oath is being taken by all qualified jurors today on the floor who have a vote. Senator Whitmire, repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will impartially try
that I will impartially try
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr.,
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr.,
Attorney General of Texas,
Attorney General of the State of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges
brought
to me by the House of Representatives, and a true verdict rendered according to the law,
according to the law
and the evidence.
and the evidence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Flores. Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will impartially try
I will impartially try
Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr.,
Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr.,
Attorney General of Texas,
Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges
upon the impeachment
No, one of the
charges
things
submitted to me by the House of Representatives
You
submitted to
senators
me
are
by the
taking
House
their
of
oath
Representatives.
is
And a true
State
verdict
Senator
rendered?
Angela
And a
Paxton,
true
Kenneth
verdict
Paxton's
rendered?
wife.
According to the law?
It's worth noting,
And
Tony,
the evidence?
the Lieutenant
And the
Governor
evidence.
mentioned
So help
all
me God.
qualified jurors
Senator Flores.
will take the oath.
Senator Sparks.
Angela Paxton, while there, is not necessarily a juror in this trial.
Well, and we know that
Repeat
because
after me.
when the Senate passed the
solemnly swear or
rules
affirm
several months ago, they actually stated as part of the rules that she would not be a voting member.
Kenneth
But
Paxton, Jr.,
actually, all eyes, of course, in terms of our jury pool, remain on those
upon the impeachment
19
charges brought to me
Republican senators, and whether or not 9 of them will vote for impeachment, 9 is the number to get the impeachment conviction over the finish line.
If we assume the Democrats vote to convict.
Correct. And actually, a word about Angela Paxton as well. Certainly, there has been a lot of attention on her, not only because she is Ken Paxton's wife and a state senator, but there has been a lot of discussion as to whether or not she would be called as a witness. And it is our understanding through our own reporting that she initially was on a witness list, but then when a second witness list was published, it is our understanding that she was not on that witness list. But as we know, many of the allegations involve an affair carried out by her husband, Ken Paxton, and the details of that are expected to be made public during this proceeding.
Right, and of course, and Senator Angela Paxton, while she is required to be in the chamber throughout the entirety of this trial, as is all of the senators, she is not allowed to vote. She is not allowed to be in the back room when the senators are deliberating. She will not be privy to those conversations that are happening. And while she cannot vote in the trial, her very presence counts towards the total votes needed to convict or acquit. So that is definitely an interesting part of all of this. We want to listen back into the chamber now as the senators continue to take their oaths.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. Senator Bettencourt. Please repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will impartially try
that I will impartially try
Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr.,
Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr.,
Attorney General of Texas,
Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges
upon the impeachment charges
brought to me by the House of Representatives
brought to me by the House of
and a
Representatives
true verdict render
and a true verdict rendered
according to the law
according to the law
and the evidence.
and the evidence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. Senator Creighton. Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will impartially try
that I will impartially try
Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr.,
Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr.,
Attorney General of Texas,
Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges
upon the impeachment charges
brought to me by the House of Representatives
brought to me by the House of Representatives
and a true verdict render
and a true verdict rendered
according to the law
according to the law
and the evidence.
and the evidence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, Senator Creighton. Senator Middleton. Please repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will impartially try
that I will impartially try
Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr.,
Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr.,
Attorney General of Texas,
Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges
on the impeachment charges
brought to me by the House of Representatives
brought to me by the House of Representatives
and a true verdict render
and a true verdict rendered
according to the law and the evidence.
according to the law and the evidence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, Senator Middleton. Senator Alvarado. Please repeat after me, Senator. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will impartially try
I will impartially try
Warren Kenneth Paxton, Jr.,
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr.,
Attorney General of Texas,
Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges
upon the impeachment charges
brought to me by the House of Representatives,
brought to me by the House of Representatives,
and a true verdict render
and a true verdict rendered
according to the law and the evidence.
according to the law and the evidence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, Senator Alvarado. Senator Colcourse. Please repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will impartially try
that I will impartially try
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr.,
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr.,
Attorney General of Texas,
Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges
upon the impeachment charges
brought to me by the House of Representatives,
brought to me by the House of Representatives,
a true verdict render
a true verdict rendered
according to the law and the evidence.
according to the law and evidence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Perry. Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will impartially try
that I will impartially try
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr.,
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr.,
Attorney General of the State of Texas,
Attorney General of the State of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges
upon the impeachment charges
brought to me by the House of Representatives,
brought to me by the House of Representatives,
a true verdict render
a true verdict rendered
according to the law and the evidence.
according to the law and the evidence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Hall? Please repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
solemnly swear or affirm
that I will impartially try
that I will impartially try
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr.,
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr.,
Attorney General of Texas,
Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges
upon the impeachment charges
brought to me by the House of Representatives,
brought to me by the House of Representatives,
a true verdict render
true verdict rendered
according to the law
according to the law
and the evidence.
and the evidence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. Senator Hancock. Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will impartially try
that I will impartially try
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr.,
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr.,
Attorney General of Texas,
Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges
upon the impeachment charges
brought to me by the House of Representatives,
brought to me by the House of Representatives,
a true verdict render
a true verdict rendered
according to the law and the evidence.
according to the law and the evidence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. Senator Menendez. Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will impartially try
that I will impartially try
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr.,
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr.,
Attorney General of Texas,
Attorney General of the State of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges
on the impeachment charges
brought to me by the House of Representatives,
brought to me by the House of Representatives,
a true verdict render
a true verdict render
according to the law
according to the law
and the evidence.
and the evidence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, Senator Menendez. Senator Birdwell. Please repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will impartially try
that I will impartially try
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr.,
Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr.,
the Attorney General of Texas,
the Attorney General of Texas,
upon the impeachment charges
upon the impeachment charges
brought to me by the House of Representatives,
brought to me by the House of Representatives,
to a true verdict render
and a true verdict rendered
according to the law and the evidence.
according to the law and the evidence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Birdwell, thank you. Court reporters, would you please stand? If you'll repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will correctly transcribe and report all of the proceedings on the trial of Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr. On impeachment. So help me God. And thank you for being here. Thank you. Officers of the court, If all officers of the court who are assisting in the trial, please step next to our clerk of the court. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will impartially serve the court during the proceedings of the trial of Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr. On impeachment. So help me God. And thank all of you for preparing over the last several months the Senate for today. Thank you. For the record, I want to announce the counselors for the House of Managers. Please rise when I announce your name. Representative Andrew Murr, Representative Ann Johnson, Representative Briscoe Kane, Representative Terry Canales, Representative Aaron Gamez, Representative Charlie Guerin, Representative Jeff Leach, Representative Oscar Longoria, Representative Morgan Meyer, Representative Joe Moody, Representative David Spiller, and Representative Coney Basut, Dick DeGuerin, Rusty Hardin, Justice Harriet O'Neill, Brian Benkin, Jenny Bravorka, Therese Boyce, Donna Cameron, Isha Dennis, Mark Donnelly, Daniel Dutko, Aaron Epley, Ross Garber, Leah Graham, Lisa Hobbs, Laura Hollingsworth, Megan Moore, Mark White, and Jim Burrow. Did I miss anyone? Thank you. Thank you. Sir? Mr. Lewis? Armstead Lewis. Thank you, sir. And now, counselors, for the record, I will announce let me get my list here. Attorney General's counsel, please rise when I call your name. Tony Busby, Dan Cogdell, Ellison Collins, Anthony Dolcefino, Amy Hilton, Christopher Hilton, Colby Holler, Caitlin Jackson, Mitch Little, Joseph Mazzara, Anthony Oso, and Judd Stone. Did I miss anyone? Thank you. You may be seated.
If you're just joining us, this is a KVUE News special report of the cover of Ken Paxton's impeachment trial, the suspended Texas Attorney General of Texas. We just watched as each senator took the oath of office on Sam Houston's Bible, and the members of the court were also sworn in.
And Ashley, what is so significant about that is that the lieutenant governor opted in this instance to swear each senator in one by one, underscoring the seriousness of what is happening during the next several weeks here in the state capitol. Actually, there has been a lot of conversation about the seriousness with which Dan Patrick was taking this proceeding. People have pointed to the rules, the extensive rules that he and his office developed earlier this summer as evidence that he was in fact taking it seriously.
Who is sitting next to me. She will be my legal counsel. I'm neither a lawyer or a judge. So I appreciate her giving of her time to be here today. She served with distinction in the Dallas area as a prosecutor on a criminal court and on the Fifth Court of Appeals.
So I want to thank you for being here today. Thank you, Judge Myers. Once again, good morning. For those of you attending today, just a couple of brief remarks in the gallery. All cell phones must be turned off. Other than the media, no recording may be made of the proceedings by those present. We must maintain decorum and no distractions in the gallery, as we will on the floor at all times. We're glad to have you here, but any outburst by anyone in the gallery will result in your removal. So I hope you're with us for the whole time. Our first order of business is to address 24 pre-trial motions submitted by the parties. The deadline for the parties to file pre-trial motions was August 5th. Answers to the motions from the other party were due August 15th. The rules that were written by the senators and passed 25-3 require any motion that could result in dismissal of an article of impeachment to be voted on by the members of the jury, the senators. There are 16 such motions that could result in dismissal of articles of impeachment. Unlike regular session, where members speak and debate on the floor, the members passed rules which do not allow questions, discussions, or debate from the floor. As you know, in a regular trial, a jury does not make public comments during a trial, and neither will this jury. After the members of the court vote on the 16 dispositive motions, I will rule on the remaining 8 motions, which the rules require the presiding officer to do. It is possible that through certain votes by members of the court, some or all of impeachment could be dismissed. If the articles are dismissed, the court will enter a finding that they are dismissed with prejudice, thereby satisfying Article 15, Section 5 of the Constitution, reinstating Attorney General to office. However, if any articles remain after votes on pretrial motions, the rules require we move forward with a trial. We will now take up pretrial motions under the rules. It takes a majority of members present, that is 16 voting members, who are eligible to serve as jurors to grant a motion for dismissal. Per the rules, all motions and answers are required to be filed prior to the trial, and the arguments of the counsel for both sides are contained therein. Members, you have read the pretrial motions and the answers to the motions. For each motion, you will indicate on your voting form yea or nay. A yea vote is to grant the motion, a nay vote is to deny the motion. The bailiff, as you know, will collect your votes. The clerk will then announce them, each vote and the tally. And after she has tallied the votes, I am required by the rules to confirm your vote is accurate, so I will call each of you one by your name, and you will rise in place and state how you voted, yea or nay. As previously mentioned, a motion is considered granted if it receives yea votes from a majority of the members present, which is 16, and who are eligible to serve as jurors. Members, we will now take up motion 22, submitted by respondent Attorney General Paxton. The motion is entitled No Evidence Motion for Summary Judgment on All Articles of Impeachment. A yea vote is to grant the motion. A nay vote is to deny the motion. Please mark your vote on the voting form. Bailiff, will you collect the votes and bring them to the clerk? Are all of the votes collected, bailiff? Thank you, Austin. Thank you, Matt. The clerk, Ms. Spa is our Secretary of the Senate. The clerk will now pull the votes at random and read them into the record.
Flores, no. Eckhart, no. Colcourse, yay. Betancourt, yay. Creighton, yay. Middleton, nay. Alvarado, nay. King, nay. Sparks, nay. West, nay. Whitmire, nay. Huffman, nay. Hinojosa, nay. Zaffarini, nay. Hancock, nay. Menendez, nay. Birdwell, nay. Hall, yay. Perry, nay. La Mantilla, nay. Parker, yay. Hughes, nay. Miles, nay. Gutierrez, nay. Johnson, nay. Springer, nay. Schwartner, nay. Campbell, yay. Nichols, nay. Blanco, nay. Twen 24 nays, 6 yeas.
I will now confirm the vote of the jury in alphabetical order. Senator Alvarado, you vote. Senator Betancourt.
Yay.
Senator Birdwell.
Nay.
Senator Blanco. Senator Campbell.
Yay.
Senator Creighton.
Yay.
Senator Eckhart.
Yay.
Senator Flores. Senator Gutierrez.
Yay.
Senator Hall.
Yay.
Senator Hancock. Senator Hinojosa.
Yay.
Senator Huffman.
Yay.
Senator Hughes. Senator Johnson. Senator King.
Nay.
Senator Colcourse. Senator La Mantilla. Senator Menendez.
Yay.
Senator Middleton? Senator Miles? Senator Nichols? Senator Parker? Senator Perry? Senator Swertner? Senator Springer? Senator Sparks? Senator West? Senator Whitmire? Senator Zaffarini? 24 nays, 6 yeas. The tally is confirmed. The motion is denied. Members, we are now taking up motion 9, submitted by the respondent, Attorney General Paxton. The motion is entitled Motion to Exclude Evidence of Any Alleged Conduct That Occurred Prior to January 2023. A yea vote is to grant the motion, a nay vote is to deny the motion. Please mark your voting form. Bailiffs, please pick up the votes. Are all votes collected? Thank you, Bailiff. Clerk will pull the votes at random.
Eckhart, nay. King, nay. Sparks, nay. Flores, nay. Blanco, nay. La Mantilla, nay. Parker, yea. Hughes, nay. Miles, nay. Gutierrez, nay. Johnson, nay. Springer, nay. Schwartner, yea. Alvarado, nay. Campbell, yea. Nichols, nay. West, nay. Whitmire, nay. Huffman, nay. Hinojosa, nay. Zaffarini, nay. yay. Colkhorst, yay. Betancourt, yay. Creighton, yay. Middleton, nay. Hancock, nay. Menendez, nay. Birdwell, nay. Hall, yay. Eight yeas, 22 nays.
I'll confirm the votes. Senator Alvarado? Senator Betancourt?
Yay.
Senator Birdwell?
Yay.
Senator Blanco? Senator Campbell?
Yay.
Senator Creighton?
Yay.
Senator Eckhart?
Yay.
Senator Flores?
Yay.
Senator Gutierrez? Senator Hall?
Yay.
Senator Hancock? Senator Hinojosa?
Yay.
Senator Huffman? Senator Hughes? Senator Johnson? Senator King?
Yay.
Senator Colkhorst? Senator LaMantia?
Nay.
Senator Menendez?
Yay.
Senator Middleton? Senator Miles? Senator Nichols? Senator Parker?
Yay.
Senator Perry?
Yay.
Senator Swertner?
Yay.
Senator Sparks? Senator Springer?
Yay.
Senator West?
Yay.
Senator Whitmire? Senator Zaffarini? Being 22 nays and 8 yeas, the motion is denied. Members, we are now taking up motion 8, submitted by the respondent, Attorney General Paxton. The motion is entitled Motion to Dismiss Articles of Impeachment 1 through 7 and 9 through 20. A yea vote is to grant the motion. A nay vote is to deny the motion. Please mark your ballots.
So when we're looking at the motion to dismiss the articles of impeachment, this particular motion deals with something called the prior term doctrine. Tony, talk to us about what that is.
Actually, essentially, that means that a person cannot be held responsible for information that the public knew prior to them being elected. So Ken Paxton, in this instance, has said that that claims against him were widely known prior to him being elected to a third term in November of last year, that they were the subject of campaign information, billboards across the state. And so, according to him, constitutionally, an impeachment charge could not be brought against him. But we also saw the House members and the House impeachment managers vigorously arguing against that, saying that during the course of their investigation, Ashley, they surfaced new information that the public did not know. And according to them, the public did not know that because they say Ken Paxton worked overtime to conceal that information from the public.
They also argue kind of against this idea of the prior term being related to his January term and saying that it's before office rather than before his last election. Let's listen to the vote now.
Clerk will pull at random and read the votes.
Johnson, nay. Springer, nay. Wertner, yay. Campbell, yay. Nichols, nay. West, nay. Whitmire, nay. Huffman, Nay. Hinojosa, nay. Parker, yay. Hughes, nay. Miles, nay. Gutierrez, nay. Zaffarini, nay. Blanco, nay. Lamantia, nay. Hancock, nay. Menendez, nay. Birdwell, nay. Hall, yay. Perry, yay. Colcourse, yay. Betancourt, yay. Creighton, yay. Middleton, nay. Alvarado, nay. Eckhart, nay. King, nay. Sparks, nay. Flores, nay. Eight yeas, 22 nays.
Members, please confirm your votes. Senator Alvarado?
Nay.
Senator Betancourt?
Yay.
Senator Birdwell?
Nay.
Senator Blanco? Senator Campbell?
Yay.
Senator Creighton?
Yay.
Senator Eckhart?
Yay.
Senator Flores?
Yay.
Senator Gutierrez?
Yay.
Senator Hall?
Yay.
Senator Hancock? Senator Hinojosa?
Yay.
Senator Huffman? Senator Hughes? Senator Johnson? Senator King?
Yay.
Senator Colcourse? Senator Lamantia? Senator Menendez? Senator Middleton? Senator Miles? Senator Nichols? Senator Parker?
Yay.
Senator Perry? Senator Swertner?
Yay.
Senator Sparks? Senator Springer?
Yay.
Senator West? Senator Whitmire? Senator Zaffarini? 8 yeas, 22 nays. The motion is denied. We are now taking up motion number 6, members, submitted by the respondent, Attorney General Paxton. The motion is entitled Motion to Quash Articles of Impeachment or Grant Request for Bill of Particulars. A yea vote is to grant the motion, a nay vote is to deny the motion. Mark your ballot.
And Ashley, as we watch this, so often we see members of the
please
Senate
collect the
vote
ballots.
along party lines, but in this particular instance, we are definitely seeing a departure from that.
And it's going to be interesting to remember those 8 yays. So those 8 senators who are continuing to vote yay on the notions. The prior 2 motions, we added 2 more senators to that list of 6. Those are Senator Charles Schwartner from Georgetown, Senator Donna Campbell, who also represents Central Texas, Senator Tan Parker, Senator Bob Hall, Senator Charles Perry, Senator Lois Colcourse, Senator Paul Betancourt, and Senator Brandon Creighton. So if we're starting to see some lines drawn here, it's interesting to see where these 8 are ranking compared to the rest of their colleagues.
And the line is that many of these senators, most of these senators, are the harder right senators, the more conservative senators. And over the past several weeks, we have definitely seen Ken Paxton supporters essentially actually campaigning them to vote against this proceeding.
Ballots at random.
Let's listen in on this next vote.
Miles, nay. Gutierrez, nay. Johnson, nay. Springer, nay. Schwartner, nay. Campbell, yea. Nichols, nay. West, nay. Blanco, nay. La Mantilla, nay. Parker, yea. Hughes, nay. Whitmire, nay. Huffman, nay. Hinojosa, nay. Hancock, nay. Menendez, nay. Birdwell, nay. Hall, yea. Perry, nay. Colcourse, yea. Betancourt, yea. Creighton, yea. Middleton, nay. Alvarado, nay. Eckhart, nay. King, nay. Sparks, nay. Flores, nay. Zaffarini, nay. Six yeas, 24 nays.
To confirm the vote, Senator Alvarado?
Nay.
Senator Betancourt?
Yay.
Senator Birdwell?
Nay.
Senator Blanco? Senator Campbell?
Yay.
Senator Creighton?
Yay.
Senator Eckhart?
Nay.
Senator Flores?
Yay.
Senator Gutierrez?
Yay.
Senator Hall?
Yay.
Senator Hancock? Senator Hinojosa?
Yay.
Senator Huffman? Senator Hughes? Senator Johnson. Senator King.
Nay.
Senator Colcourse. Senator LaMantia. Senator Menendez.
Nay.
Senator Middleton.
Nay.
Senator Miles. Senator Nichols.
Nay.
Senator Parker.
Yay.
Senator Perry. Senator Swertner.
Nay.
Senator Sparks.
Nay.
Senator Springer. Senator West. Senator Whitmire. Senator Zaffirini. There being 24 nay votes and 6 yea votes, the motion is denied. Members, now we are taking up motion 7, submitted by the respondent, Attorney General Paxton. The motion is entitled Request for a Bill of Particulars. A yea vote is granting the motion. A nay vote is denying the motion.
We're doing 7.
Anybody else pick up the votes? All votes collected. All votes collected. Clerk will call the votes.
Campbell, yea. Nichols, nay. West, nay. Whitmire, nay. Huffman, nay. Hinojosa, nay. Flores, nay. Blanco, nay. LaMantia, nay. Parker, yea. Hughes, nay. Miles, nay. Gutierrez, nay. Johnson, nay. Springer, nay. Schwartner, nay. Hancock, nay. Menendez, nay. Birdwell, nay. Hall, yea. Terry, nay. Colcourse, yea. Betancourt, yea. Creighton, yea. Middleton, nay. Alvarado, nay. Eckhart, nay. King, nay. Sparks, nay. Zaffarini, nay. Six yeas, 24 nays.
Members confirming the vote, Senator Alvarado. Senator Betancourt.
So as they're confirming the vote, we want to point out what exactly Motion 7, this request for a bill of particulars, what that means. Tony?
And Ashley, this takes aim at the whole process that the House impeachment managers and investigators undertook during their effort over the spring and over the summer to draft these articles of impeachment. It really speaks to a broad scope that Ken Paxton and his attorneys have taken, Ashley, in terms of trying to get these articles of impeachment dismissed. We've seen them attack, as we pointed out, the prior term doctrine. We have seen them attack insufficient evidence. But now this article speaks to the actual process of the investigation.
And again, that motion denied. We'll go back and listen to the rest of this vote.
Senator West. Senator Whitmire. Senator Zaffarini. There being 24 nays and 6 ayes, the motion is denied. Oops, sorry. Members, now taking up motion 13 submitted by the respondent, Attorney General Paxton. The motion is entitled Motion to Dismiss Article 1. A yea vote is to grant the motion, a nay vote is to deny the motion.
So talking a little bit about this particular, the argument against motion 1 that they're asking to be again, it's dismissed in this particular case. It's that they argue the House's attempt to remove Attorney General Paxton due to his constitutional duties. He's basically arguing that he was not in violation of any law, that he was just carrying out his duties and doing some of these things.
They also, in these articles, Ashley, have pointed out that he was duly elected as the state's top attorney. That has been one of Ken Paxton's contentions all along as well. And according to him, this is an effort to undermine the will of Texas voters. So that also has been signature to his claims and his efforts to try to get these cases dismissed. Really, it's been a full throttle approach.
And Article 1 is an article of disregard of official duty. That's the title of the article. The argument is that he failed to act as a public protector of the charitable organizations whenever the Attorney General's office got involved in a lawsuit between the nonprofit group, the Mitt Foundation, and Nate Paul. Let's listen to the vote on this one.
Birdwell, nay. Hall, yea. Perry, yea. Colcourse, yea. Betancourt, yea. Creighton, yea. Middleton, nay. Alvarado, nay. Eckhart, nay. King, nay. Sparks, nay. Flores, nay. Blanco, nay. La Mantilla, nay. Parker, yea. Hughes, nay. Hancock, nay. Menendez, nay. Miles, nay. Gutierrez, nay. Johnson, nay. Springer, nay. Schwartner, yay. Campbell, yay. Nichols, nay. West, nay. Whitmire, nay. Huffman, nay. Hinojosa, nay. Zaffarini, nay. Eight yeas, 22 nays.
So as the Lieutenant Governor is verifying this vote, again, this was the motion to dismiss Article 1. The Attorney General argues that he had a duty to intervene in this lawsuit between, real estate developer Nate Paul and the foundation.
And Ashley, that has been one of the signature issues in this case, is the degree to which Ken Paxton acted on behalf of Nate Paul, who, as you mentioned, was engaged in that lawsuit. The Attorney General's office generally is designed and supposed to act on behalf of nonprofits. In other words, act in their interest. And the reason his actions, his alleged actions in the Midday Foundation lawsuit turned heads, Ashley, among whistleblowers in his office, is that he seemed to be taking action adverse to the Midday Foundation.
Members, you have 9 more to vote on.
We have 9 more motions. Let's listen into the next one.
Members, we're taking up motion 14 submitted by the respondent, Attorney General Paxton. The motion is entitled Motion to Dismiss Article 2.
So Article 2 is another article, accusing the Attorney General of disregard of his official duty. This one argues that he misused his official power to write a legal opinion, and that opinion was an effort to try to stop a foreclosure sale of properties owned by Nate Paul, and that the Attorney General had his employees reverse their legal conclusion?
Well, exactly, Ashley. And what is so important about this particular article is that the Attorney General is accused of seeking an opinion related to the sale of foreclosures, seeking it from one of the senators, Brian Hughes, who is now one of the jurors in his case. So the allegation is that Ken Paxton went to Senator Hughes and said, hey, I need you to request an opinion of my office concerning foreclosure sales.
And that was after the opinion had already been, according to the House managers, after the opinion had already been issued during the COVID pandemic. We're going to listen to the vote on this now.
Hancock, nay. Menendez, nay. Birdwell, nay. Hall, yay. Perry, yay. Fullcourse, yay. Betancourt, yay. Brayton, yay. Middleton, nay. Alvarado, nay. Eckhart, nay. King, nay. Sparks, nay. Flores, nay. Blanco, nay. La Mantilla, nay. Parker, yea. Hughes, nay. Miles, nay. Gutierrez, nay. Johnson, nay. Springer, nay. Wartner, yea. Campbell, yea. Nichols, nay. West, nay. Whitmire, nay. Huffman, nay. Hinojosa, nay. Zaffarini, nay. Eight yeas, 22 nays.
Confirming the vote, Senator Alvarado. Senator Betancourt.
And Ashley, I just want to describe this article a little bit clearer for folks. So Ken Paxton is accused of taking multiple steps to help Nate Paul. Nate Paul's property was the subject of a foreclosure sale. And so this speaks to the heart of the allegations of Ken Paxton using and abusing his office in the protection of Nate Paul. In other words, in this instance, drafting a legal opinion allegedly to stop a foreclosure sale during the pandemic, property of which Nate Paul was set to be sold.
That's right. We'll listen back in as they're wrapping up this vote.
There being 22 nay votes, 8 yea votes, the motion is denied. Members, we are now taking up motion 15 submitted by the respondent, Attorney General Paxton. The motion is entitled Motion to Dismiss Article 3. A yea vote is to grant the motion, a nay vote is to deny the motion.
So when we look at what Article 3 is, this is another article titled Disregard of Official Duty, accusing Paxton of abusing the open records process. The House managers argue that he misused his power to administer the public information law by directing his office to refuse to give a decision for a request for a DPS record.
And Ashley, this speaks to records that allegedly Nate Paul, who was under investigation himself by the FBI, that he was trying to get records as part of the investigation into him. And so the allegation then is that he solicited Ken Paxton to try to get records so that he could learn what the feds were going after him about.
And it's very interesting. I think the thing that we're all watching and sort of waiting to hear is why Attorney General Paxton went to the lengths that he is accused of going to for Nate Paul.
Well, and the allegations are two-pronged that we know of at this point. Right. Two reasons. There is the allegation of that home remodel of Ken Paxton's home here in Austin and in the Terrytown neighborhood. And then the second alleged reason, Ashley, was employment by Nate Paul of Ken Paxton's mistress, a former Capitol staffer with whom he is said to have had an affair.
Yeah. That certainly is what the House managers say Paxton was getting out of all of this. Let's listen in on the vote for Article 3.
Call out the vote.
Parker, yea. Hughes, nay. Miles, nay. Gutierrez, nay. Johnson, nay. Bringer, nay. Schwartner, yay. Campbell, yay. Nichols, nay. West, nay. Whitmer, nay. Huffman, nay. Hinojosa, nay. Zaffarini, nay. Blanco, nay. La Mantilla, nay. Hancock, nay. Menendez, nay. Birdwell, nay. Hall, yay. Perry, nay. Colcourse, yay. Betancourt, yay. Creighton, yay. Middleton, nay. Alvarado, nay. Eckhart, nay. King, nay. Sparks, nay. Flores, nay. Seven yeas, 23 nays.
Confirming the vote, Senator Alvarado?
Nay.
Senator Betancourt?
Nay.
As they are confirming this vote again, Article 3 accuses Paxton of misusing the public information law to help Nate Paul.
Senator Gutierrez.
And Ashley, typically speaking, a person cannot obtain information during an ongoing criminal investigation. In other words, we as journalists typically are rejected when we try to submit a request for information during the course of an investigation. But again, this article accuses Paxton of taking steps to try to get information, obtain information related to the law enforcement investigation of Nate Paul, which, by the way, Ashley, did result in multiple federal charges against Nate Paul earlier this summer on a number of financial crimes.
Let's listen in on the next motion.
Members, we're now taking up motion 16 submitted by the respondent, Attorney General Paxton. The motion is entitled Motion to Dismiss Article 4. A yea vote is to grant the motion, a nay vote is to deny the motion. Please mark your ballot.
Article 4 also is under disregard of official duty. This article alleges that General Paxton misused his power to, again, administer public information law, and they said that he improperly obtained private information that should not have been public, and shared it with Nate Paul, again, to help him find out more about that federal investigation.
And actually, the underpinning of all of this is that Nate Paul allegedly went to Kim Paxton and said, I believe I am being wrongly targeted by federal investigators. I believe they have acted unprofessionally, not just unprofessionally, but illegally in terms of their search of my property in 2019. So what Nate Paul, according to whistleblowers, did was actually concoct this story about the fact that the allegation that federal investigators, tampered with the search warrant to his house. In other words, they searched his property and then went back and amended the search warrant and tampered with it in an illegal way. So that was the underpinning of his claim that he took to Ken Paxton and said, Mr. Attorney General, I need your help. By that time, Ashley, we know that they had something of a relationship. We don't know the exact nature of the relationship at that time, though.
And one of the things we also know, Ken Paxton himself under federal investigation.
Hancock, nay. Menendez, nay. Birdwell, nay. Hall, yea. Berry, nay. Colkhorst, yea. Betancourt, yea. Creighton, yea. Middleton, nay. Alvarado, nay. Eckhart, nay. King, nay. Sparks, nay. Flores, nay. Blanco, nay. La Mantilla, nay. Parker, yea. Hughes, nay. Miles, nay. Gutierrez, nay. Johnson, nay. Springer, nay. Wartner, nay. Campbell, yea. Nichols, nay. West, nay. Whitmire, nay. Huffman, nay. Hinojosa, nay. Zaffarini, nay. Six yeas, 24 nays.
Confirming the vote, Senator Alvarado. Senator Betancourt.
If you're just joining us, this is KVUE News special coverage of the impeachment trial of suspended Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. Myself, Ashley Goudeau, and KVUE senior reporter Tony Plohetski are bringing you live coverage and analysis of this historic trial as it's happening.
Historic indeed, Ashley. Only one time over the past century has a statewide elected official faced impeachment. And so that is why we are devoting our airwaves and our time and effort today to bring this to you at home. It is, in fact, an instance in which many of the nation's eyes are on the Texas Capitol as this unfolds. It is a fact-finding trial, a fact-revealing trial, but Ashley, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick has also said that this is a political trial, and that is why so many of us are watching.
Attorney General Paxton, the motion is entitled Motion to Dismiss Article 5. A yea vote is to grant the motion, a nay vote is to deny the motion. Please mark your ballots.
What's happening right now is they are voting on all of the pretrial motions that were filed ahead of the trial. And so when they take these votes, again, if you're just now joining us, the article is read. There are no arguments, no discussion of what the articles are, and the lawmakers submit their vote in writing. The Secretary of the Senate, Patsy Spall, reads that, and then the Lieutenant Governor confirms it with a voice vote. Article 5 is a disregard of official duty. It is accusing the the Attorney General of having an associate of Nate Paul hired by the Attorney General's office and then having him investigate what the House Managers calls a baseless complaint on Nate Paul.
And Ashley, this was so striking because Ken Paxton's staff, his top brass, said to him, "We do not believe, Mr. Attorney General, that you should be engaging in this at all with Nate Paul." And so they claim that unbeknownst to them, Ken Paxton then hired a special prosecutor, an attorney who had no prosecutor experience from Houston, had only in fact been out of law school for a few years. And so that was especially baffling to Ken Paxton's top brass.
Let's listen to this next vote.
Johnson, nay. Springer, nay. Schwartner, yay. Campbell, yay. Nichols, nay. West, nay. Whitmire, nay. Huffman, nay. Hinojosa, nay. Zaffarini, nay. Blanco, nay. Lamantia, nay. Parker, yay. Hughes, yay. Miles, nay. Gutierrez, nay. Hancock, nay. Menendez, nay. Birdwell, nay. Hall, yay. Perry, nay. Colkhorst, yay. Betancourt, yay. Creighton, yay. Middleton, nay. Alvarado, nay. Eckhart, nay. King, nay. Sparks, nay. Eight yeas, 22 nays.
Confirming your vote, Senator Alvarado. Senator Betancourt.
Hey.
Senator Birdwell.
Hey.
Senator Blanco. Senator Campbell.
Yay.
Senator Creighton.
Hey.
Senator Eckhart.
Nay.
Senator Flores.
Hey.
Senator Gutierrez.
Nay.
Senator Hall.
Yay.
Senator Hancock. Senator Hinojosa.
Hey.
Senator Huffman.
Hey.
Senator Hughes.
Yay.
Senator Johnson. Senator King.
Nay.
Senator Colkhorst. Senator Lamantia. Senator Menendez. Senator Middleton. Senator Miles.
Hey.
Senator Nichols. Senator Parker. Senator Perry.
Hey.
Senator Schwertner.
Hey.
Senator Sparks.
Hey.
Senator Springer.
Hey.
Senator West.
Hey.
Senator Whitmire.
Hey.
Senator Zaffarini. 22 nays, 8 yeas. The motion is denied. Members now take up motion 17 submitted by the respondent, Attorney General Paxton. The motion is entitled Motion to Dismiss Article 6. A yea vote is to grant the motion, and a vote is to deny the motion. Please mark your voting form.
Article 6, again, you're hearing this title over and over again, but Article 6 is disregard of official duty.
17.
And this one deals with Attorney General Ken Paxton's decision to fire the whistleblowers who reported him to federal authorities.
And Ashley, not only did that termination trigger this impeachment article, it also triggered a whistleblower lawsuit against Ken Paxton. And people who have been following this story know that in February, it was that tentative settlement for $3.3 million to settle with those whistleblowers that triggered all of this.
That is why we are here today.
Exactly
in fact, the House managers wrote it. They said it out loud. Had he not asked the state to pay out that whistleblower settlement, we would not be where we are right now.
Taxpayer money for his alleged wrongdoing.
And we should point out, though, those whistleblowers have a complaint with the Attorney General's Office of Texas. That is his argument, is that they were not suing Ken Paxton, but rather the Attorney General's office. This is his argument, and that is why they felt the Attorney General's office should be the ones to pay out the settlement.
And under state law here in Texas, whistleblowers must bring a claim against a state agency and not an individual office holder.
Read the vote.
Perry, yay. Colkhorst, yay. Betancourt, yay. Creighton, yay. Middleton, nay. Alvarado, nay. Eckhart, nay. King, nay. Sparks, yay. Flores, nay. Blanco, nay. La Mantilla, nay. Parker, yay. Hughes, nay. Miles, nay. Hancock, nay. Menendez, nay. Birdwell, nay. Hall, yay. Gutierrez, nay. Johnson, nay. Springer, nay. Schwartner, yay. Campbell, yay. Nichols, nay. West, nay. Whitmire, nay. Huffman, nay. Hinojosa, nay. Zaffarini, nay. Nine yeas, 21 nays.
Confirming your vote, Senator Alvarado.
Yay.
Senator Betancourt.
Yay.
Birdwell.
Yay.
Senator Blanco. Senator Campbell.
Yay.
Senator Creighton.
Yay.
Senator Eckhart. Senator Flores.
Yay.
Senator Gutierrez. Senator Hall.
Yay.
Senator Hancock. Senator Hinojosa.
Yay.
Senator Huffman.
Yay.
Senator Hughes.
Yay.
Senator Johnson. Senator King.
Yay.
Senator Colkhorst. Senator La Mantilla. Senator Menendez.
Yay.
Senator Middleton. Senator Miles. Senator Nichols.
Yay.
Senator Parker.
Yay.
Senator Perry. Senator Swertner.
Yay.
Senator Sparks.
Yay.
Senator Springer.
Yay.
Senator West.
Yay.
Senator Whitmire.
Yay.
Senator Zaffarini. 21 nay votes, 9 yea votes. The motion is denied. We're now taking up motion 18 submitted by the respondent, Attorney General Paxton. The motion is entitled Motion to Dismiss Article 8, excuse me. A yea vote is to grant the motion, a nay vote is to deny the motion. Please mark your ballot.
Now, this Article 8, is also related to something that Tony and I spoke to earlier, and it's dealing with the settlement agreement. So this article claims that Attorney General Paxton entered into that settlement agreement with whistleblowers and concealed his wrongful acts, and that he deprived voters of the opportunity to make an informed decision, the House managers say, by entering that agreement rather than letting it play out in trial.
And Ashley, just going back in time a little bit for people who are maybe just now coming into this story, those whistleblowers told Ken Paxton at the end of September 2020 during the pandemic that they were going to federal officials, that they believed that he was violating the law.
I have my 8 motions, which will not take as long to announce, and then we'll take a break at that point.
So just a scheduling note as the Lieutenant Governor, as the votes are being...
After that point, we will come back and begin the trial.
As the votes are being collected there, that they're going to wrap up his motions, take a break before opening statements. But it looks like they're getting ready to announce this vote now.
Well, ballots in. Thank you. Clerk will read the votes.
Hancock, nay. Menendez, nay. Birdwell, yay. Hall, yay. Perry, yay. Oakhorst, yay. Betancourt, yay. Creighton, yay. Middleton, nay. Alvarado, nay. Eckhart, nay. King, nay. Sparks, yay. Flores, nay. Blanco, nay. Lamantia, nay. Parker, yay. Hughes, yay. Miles, nay. Gutierrez, nay. Johnson, nay. Springer, nay. Schwartner, nay. Campbell, yay. Nichols, nay. West, nay. Whitmire, nay. Huffman, nay. Hinojosa, nay. Zaffarini, nay. Ten yeas, 20 nays.
Confirming the vote. Senator Alvarado?
Yay.
Senator Betancourt? Yay. Senator Birdwell?
Yay.
Senator Blanco? Yay. Senator Campbell?
Yay.
Senator Creighton?
Yay.
Senator Eckhart. Senator Flores.
Yay.
Senator Gutierrez.
Yay.
Senator Hall.
Yay.
Senator Hancock. Senator Hinojosa.
Yay.
Senator Huffman. Senator Hughes. Senator Johnson. Senator King.
Yay.
Senator Colcourse. Senator LaMantia. Senator Menendez. Senator Middleton. Senator Miles. Senator Nichols.
Yay.
Senator Parker.
Yay.
Senator Perry.
Yay.
Senator Swertner. Senator Sparks.
Yay.
Senator Springer.
Yay.
Senator West.
Yay.
Senator Whitmire.
Yay.
Senator Zaffarini.
Yay.
There being 20 nays and 10 yeas, the motion is denied. We are now taking up motion 19, submitted by the respondent, Attorney General Paxton. The motion is entitled Motion to Dismiss Articles 7 and 15. A yea vote is to grant the motion, and a nay vote is to deny the motion. Please mark your ballots.
So, Ashley, just to put this in a broader perspective, this impeachment proceeding is not off to a good start for Ken Paxton. He had hoped to defeat these impeachment articles, prevent a trial from going forward, but that is clearly not where the senators are this morning.
Right, and I think it's interesting to listen to these votes and how senators are voting, particularly as we see there are 6 senators that are solidly with Ken Paxton. They're voting every time to dismiss, they're voting every time to quash. And then there are about 3 others that are swinging back and forth, and to show that they have not quite made their minds up yet about this.
And here in our viewing area, one of those senators is Senator Charles Schwartner from Georgetown, whose vote seemed to be, who seems to be voting differently on some of these efforts to overturn these impeachment articles.
Meanwhile, Senator Campbell, also from our area,
yes,
solidly wanting to grant these motions. Let's listen to this next vote.
Senator Blanco, no. Senator LaMantia, no. Senator Parker, yay. Senator Hughes, nay. Senator Miles, nay. Senator Gutierrez, nay. Senator Johnson, nay. Senator Springer, nay. Senator Schwartner, yay. Senator Campbell, yay. Senator Nichols, nay. Senator West, nay. Senator Whitmire, nay. Senator Huffman, nay. Senator Hinojosa, nay. Senator Zaffarini, nay. Senator Hancock, nay. Senator Menendez, nay. Senator Birdwell, nay. Senator Hall, yay. Senator Perry, yay. Senator Colcourse, yay. Senator Betancourt, yay. Senator Creighton, yay. Senator Middleton, nay. Senator Alvarado, nay. Senator Eckhart, nay. Senator King, nay. Senator Sparks, yay. Senator Flores, nay. Nine yeas, 21 nays.
Confirming the vote, Senator Alvarado. Senator Betancourt.
Yay.
Senator Birdwell.
Yay.
Senator Blanco.
Nay.
Senator Campbell.
Yay.
Senator Creighton.
Yay.
Senator Eckhart. Senator Flores.
Nay.
Senator Gutierrez. Senator Hall.
Yay.
Senator Hancock. Senator Hinojosa.
Yay.
Senator Huffman. Senator Hughes. Senator Johnson. Senator King.
Nay.
Senator Colcourse. Senator LaMantia. Senator Menendez. Senator Middleton. Senator Miles. Senator Nichols.
Yay.
Senator Parker.
Yay.
Senator Perry.
Yay.
Senator Swertner.
Yay.
Senator Sparks.
Yay.
Senator Springer. Senator West. Senator Whitmire.
Yay.
Senator Zaffarini.
Yay.
There being 21 nays, 9 yeas, the motion is denied. We're now taking up motion 20, submitted by the respondent, Attorney General Paxton. The motion is entitled Motion to Dismiss Articles 9 and 10. A yea vote is a grant the motion, a nay vote is to deny the motion. Please mark your vote on your voting form.
Now, Articles 9 and 10 allege that Attorney General Paxton engaged in constitutional bribery. If you've been with us since we've been covering this morning, Tony has talked about what the Attorney General allegedly received in exchange for helping real estate developer Nate Paul. Run us through that again, Tony.
Yeah, Ashley, it all goes back to allegations that he received a home remodel. He has a house, the Paxtons have a house in Terrytown on Margranita Crescent. It's public record, public information. It has been named in filings. And this came, Ashley, interestingly enough, this allegation actually came from a young man, an SMU graduate, who had the role of a Paxton aide. In politics, they're often called body men. In other words, a top aide who travels with an elected official. And in this instance, his name is Drew Wicker. Again, his name has been made public. He is alleged to have overheard a conversation that made him believe that Nate Paul was paying for this home remodel. And so that really caused a lot of concern within the AG's office, Ashley.
Yeah, that kitchen remodel. The second article relates to Nate Paul allegedly hiring the woman whom Paxton is accused of having an extramarital affair with. Let's listen to the vote on these motions to dismiss these articles.
King, nay. Sparks, nay. Flores, nay. Blanco, nay. LaMantia, nay. Parker, yea. Hughes, nay. Miles, nay. Gutierrez, nay. Johnson, nay. Springer, nay. Schwartner, nay. Campbell, yea. Nichols, nay. West, nay. Whitmire, nay. Huffman, nay. Hinojosa, nay. Zaffarini, nay. Hancock, nay. Menendez, nay. Birdwell, nay. Hall, yea. Perry, nay. Colcourse, yea. Betancourt, yea. Creighton, yea. Middleton, nay. Alvarado, nay. Eckhart, nay. 6 yeas, 24 nays.
Confirming the vote, Senator Alvarado.
Yay.
Senator Bencourt.
Yay.
Senator Birdwell.
Yay.
Senator Blanco.
Yay.
Senator Campbell.
Yay.
Senator Creighton.
Yay.
Senator Eckhart.
Yay.
Senator Flores. Senator Gutierrez. Senator Hall.
Yay.
Senator Hancock. Senator Hinojosa.
Yay.
Senator Huffman.
Yay.
Senator Hughes.
Yay.
Senator Johnson. Senator King.
Nay.
Senator Colcourse. Senator Lamantia. Senator Menendez. Senator Middleton. Senator Miles. Senator Nichols.
Yay.
Senator Parker.
Yay.
Senator Perry. Senator Perry. Senator Perry. Nay, we can't hear you. So, Senator Swertner. Senator Sparks.
Yay.
Senator Springer.
Yay.
Senator West.
Yay.
Senator Whitmire. Senator Zaffarini. 24 nay votes, 6 yea votes. The motion is denied. We're now taking up motion 21, submitted by the respondent, Attorney General Paxton. The motion is entitled Motion to Dismiss or Hold in Abeyance Articles 16 through 20. A yea vote is to grant the motion, a nay vote is to deny the motion. Please mark your ballot.
And Ashley, we are nearing the end of these multiple pretrial motions. Again, this was the effort that Ken Paxton was taking really from a number of different perspectives to try to have this trial halted on its very first day without it going forward.
Right, a simple majority vote of the Senate is what would be needed to grant any of these motions to dismiss. So that would have been 16 of the senators who are sitting on the jury. And we're not seeing it even come close. We've not even seen a close vote on any of these motions. Again, there are 16 of these motions. There are 8 other motions that the lieutenant governor, who is serving as the presiding officer, will rule on. But these, any motion that would result in the dismissal of an article had to be voted on by the body.
There are other motions that, again, the lieutenant governor will take up, but those motions deal, for example, with an effort by Paxton to eliminate some of the jurors in this case. He targeted several Democrat senators who he said made public statements, Ashley, that they should not have made, and that, in his mind, showed their bias against him and that they could not be fair jurors.
And also the witness list and whether or not Ken Paxton himself will have to take the stand. Still some really big motions that the lieutenant governor is going to get to, weigh in on.
But I think as we near 11 o'clock, we're 2 hours into this. I think it is abundantly clear that we are going to have a trial.
Indeed we are. That is crystal clear at this point. Let's listen in on the vote.
Members, you have one more motion after this to rule on, and then I will rule on my 8 pretrial motions. Yes. Pardon? Senator West, do you want to approach the bench or the clerk? You may come up.
Find it.
You may read the votes.
Okay. Colkhorst, yay. Johnson, nay. Hancock, nay. Menendez, nay. Birdwell, nay. Hall, yay. Perry, yay. Springer, nay. West, nay. Wertner, yay. Campbell, yay. Nichols, nay. Whitmire, nay. Huffman, nay. Hinojosa, nay. Zaffarini, nay. Betancourt, yay. Brayton, yay. Middleton, nay. Alvarado, nay. Eckhart, nay. King, nay. Sparks, yay. Flores, nay. Blanco, nay. Lamantia, nay. Parker, yay. Hughes, nay. Miles, nay. Gutierrez, nay. Nine yeas, 21 nays.
Confirming the vote, Senator Alvarado.
Yay.
Senator Birdwell. Senator Birdwell, go ahead. I called you.
Nay.
Senator Betancourt.
Yay.
Senator Blanco. Senator Campbell.
Yay.
Senator Creighton.
Yay.
Senator Eckhart. Senator Flores.
Yay.
Senator Gutierrez. Senator Hall.
Yay.
Senator Hancock. Senator Hinojosa.
Yay.
Senator Huffman. Senator Hughes. Senator Johnson. Senator King.
Yay.
Senator Colkhorst.
Yay.
Senator Lamantia.
Yay.
Senator Menendez.
Yay.
Senator Middleton. Senator Miles.
Yay.
Senator Nichols.
Yay.
Senator Parker.
Yay.
Senator Perry. Senator Swertner.
Yay.
Senator Sparks.
Yay.
Senator Springer. Senator West. Senator Whitmire.
Yay.
Senator Zaffarini. 21 nays, 9 yeas. The motion is denied. Members, this is your last motion to take up. This is motion number 10, submitted by the respondent, Attorney General Paxton. The motion is entitled, Motion to Exclude Evidence Gathered in Violation of the Law. A yea vote is to grant the motion. A nay vote is to deny the motion. Please mark your ballot. Please pick up the ballots. All ballots collected. The clerk will call out the votes.
King, nay. Sparks, yea. Flores, nay. Blanco, nay. Lamantia, nay. Parker, yea. Hughes, nay. Miles, nay. Gutierrez, nay. Johnson, nay. Springer, nay. Fortner, yea. Campbell, yea. Nichols, nay. West, nay. Whitmire, nay. Huffman, nay. Hinojosa, nay. Safarini, nay. Hancock, nay. Menendez, nay. Birdwell, nay. Hall, yea. Perry, nay. Colcourse, yea. Betancourt, yea. Creighton, yea. Middleton, nay. Alvarado, nay. Eckhart, nay. Eight yeas, 22 nays.
Confirming the vote, Senator Alvarado. Senator Betancourt.
Yay.
Senator Birdwell.
Nay.
Senator Blanco. Senator Campbell.
Yay.
Senator Creighton.
Yay.
Senator Eckhart. Senator Flores. Senator Gutierrez.
Yay.
Senator Hall.
Yay.
Senator Hancock. Senator Hinojosa.
Yay.
Senator Huffman. Senator Hughes.
Yay.
Senator Johnson. Senator King.
Yay.
Senator Colcourse. Senator Lamantia. Senator Menendez. Senator Middleton. Senator Miles. Senator Nichols. Senator Parker.
Yay.
Senator Nichols was nay. I didn't mean to speak over you. Senator Perry. Senator Swartner.
Yay.
Senator Sparks.
Yay.
Senator Springer.
Yay.
Senator West.
Yay.
Senator Whitmire.
Yay.
Senator Zaffarini. Being 22 nays and 8 yeas, the motion is denied. Members and those in the gallery and watching, the senators voted on the rules 25-3, and part of those rules say that all other pretrial motions shall be ruled on by the presiding officer, which is myself. I'll begin with motion 2, submitted by the House Board of Managers. This motion is entitled Motion to Clarify Certain Senate Rules Governing the Impeachment Trial of Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr. This motion was partially addressed by my August 9th exhibit production order. Additionally, the manager's request for clarification on timing has been addressed through an agreement of the parties last week. For those watching, I'll clarify the timekeeping for the trial moving forward. There has been much discussion on the impeachment rule, especially number 17 on time limitations. Each side of the House managers and the Attorney General, Paxton, has 1 hour for opening statements, 24 hours for for presentation of evidence, 1 hour for rebuttal evidence, and 1 hour for final arguments. 7 hours for each side. Both parties, the managers and Attorney General Paxton, are in agreement on this issue, which pleases the court. Managers, in this motion, you state, at a minimum, you seek clarification that the time spent by an opposing party on cross-examination will be counted only against the party conducting the cross-examination. Attorney General Paxton's team, you responded that time spent questioning a witness, whether via direct or cross-examination, is charged against the side conducting the questioning. Based on your agreement of last week, this is how the clock will run. For example, House managers, when you call a witness, any direct questioning of the witness counts against your 24 hours. When Paxton's team questions the witness on cross, time will be counted against your clock. I also want to note that the clock will keep running through routine objections. However, if I find that it's being abused by either side, I can always use my discretion to give back the time to the other party. To summarize, so we're clear, what everyone has agreed to, both parties have a total of 24 hours for presentation of evidence, which includes direct, cross-examination, redirect, and recross. Anytime a party questions a witness, whether via direct, cross, redirect, recross, the clock will continue to run. And again, in addition to the 24 hours, each party has 1 hour for opening statements, if they choose to make those, 1 hour for rebuttal, and 1 hour for closing arguments. I've also told both sides, if they do not use the full hour allotted for their opening statement, any remaining time will be added to their 24 hours for presentation of evidence. For example, if one side only uses 30 minutes, they will have 24 and a half hours of time. Finally, managers requested to change the rules regarding the use of wireless mobile devices. A rule change must be submitted in writing during trial and requires a 24-hour layout period. Accordingly, this motion has been addressed and no further action shall be taken. Now I will take up motion 24 submitted by the respondent, Attorney General Paxton. The motion is entitled Motion to Compel Discovery from House Managers. This motion was addressed by my July 12th discovery order and August 9th exhibit production order. Therefore, no further action on this motion will be taken. Now I'll take up motion 12 submitted by the respondent, Attorney General Paxton. The motion is entitled Motion to Exclude Inadmissible Evidence. This addresses the issue of political contributions. Because this information is readily available from the Texas Ethics Commission for everyone to read, this motion is denied. Now I will take up motion 23 submitted by the respondent, Attorney General Paxton. The motion is entitled Motion for Notice of Brady Material and Notice of Trial Exhibits. The motion was addressed by my July 12th discovery order and August 9th exhibit production order. Accordingly, no further action is needed on this motion. Now I will take up motion 3 submitted by the House Board of Managers. The motion is entitled Request to Clarify the July 12th discovery order, or alternatively, motion for protective order regarding documents produced to Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr. pursuant to the Senate July 12th discovery order. This motion was addressed by my July 20th reiteration of the orders of the court. Accordingly, no further action on this motion. Now I will take up motion 1 submitted by the respondent, Attorney General Paxton. The motion is entitled Motion for Pretrial Scheduling Order or Pretrial Conference. This motion was addressed by my July 12th discovery order and August 9th exhibit production order. Accordingly, no further action is needed. Now I will take up motion 4 submitted by the respondent, Attorney General Paxton. The motion is entitled Motion to Preclude Attorney General Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr. from being compelled to testify. This court notes that many factors and circumstances in this proceeding lean more on criminal in nature. The rules require a standard of beyond a reasonable doubt, which is reserved for criminal cases. Exculpatory evidence was required to be produced consistent with criminal cases. The rules require a plea to the court to be guilty or not guilty, which are the pleas exclusively used in criminal cases. Judgments of the court of impeachment are entered as acquittal or conviction, which are operative terms for judgments in criminal cases. And the House of Managers have repeatedly compared the actions of the House of Representatives to a grand jury, as they prefer the articles of impeachment. Grand juries are utilized only in criminal cases. Therefore, the motion is granted. The Attorney General cannot be compelled to testify. This is consistent with the reasoning and judgment in the United States Supreme Court, Boyd versus the United States. The court's ruling is clear. You may not call the Attorney General as a witness. Finally, I will take up motion 5 by Respondent Attorney General Paxton. The motion is entitled Motion Challenging Jurors for Cause. That motion is denied. To both parties, what we will do at this point is, and to the members, it's a little odd today because we have a break coming close to the lunch break. So we'll take a short 10-minute break at this one because we're going to break around 12:15 for lunch. We'll take a 10-minute break. Be back in 10 minutes. Before you leave, wait a minute, I haven't dismissed you yet. Okay? To both parties, when we come back, I'll have a short statement about the rules. Then we will read the articles of impeachment. Attorney General Paxton will be asked how you plead after each article. And then we will swear in witnesses, those who are here, and then we will break for lunch. And after lunch will be when the opening statement for those parties that choose to make that will be given. So that's the schedule. It's 11:20. Be back on the floor, ready to go at 11:30. Thank you.
We've been listening into the impeachment trial of suspended Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton for the past nearly 2 hours. You've watched as the members of the Senate have ruled on all of the motions that would have dismissed these articles of impeachment. What we just heard was the ruling on 8 motions by Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick on some of the other issues related to the trial. Tony, obviously most striking to me is that Ken Paxton cannot be compelled to take the witness stand. He does not have to testify in this trial.
And Ashley, it's important that he said on July 4th, by the way, he issued a statement saying he would not dignify this process by testifying during this process. But Ashley, I want to point something else out that's very important to whether or not Ken Paxton gives testimony or not. And that is, he remains under investigation by the FBI and by the U.S. Department of Justice. And so there's an issue there with regard to that ongoing federal investigation. And that is, if he gets on the witness stand and says something potentially incriminating about himself or his conduct in this venue, that could be used against him in the federal investigation. So the fact that he does not have to testify is very much a win for him.
And when we talk about what led to that decision, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick gave a great deal of, explanation. He didn't just make this ruling, which he could have done, just made his ruling and let it be. But he said the House managers have routinely said that they're conducting themselves as a grand jury, that they are going about their investigation, that they did that in the fashion of a grand jury. And because of the Constitution, you cannot then require Ken Paxton to come forward and testify.
Exactly. Ashley, I also think that to the benefit of people who may be coming into this whole situation fresh today, this has been brewing for 3 years nearly. Keep in mind that a group of whistleblowers from Ken Paxton's office went to federal investigators in September and the 1st of October of 2020 during the pandemic and delivered to them information and allegations that they believe their boss, the Attorney General of the state of Texas, was engaging in multiple federal crimes. We're talking about bribery allegations, we're talking about abuse of office allegations, and it was those whistleblowers who triggered the federal investigation that we know through our own reporting is going on. We know that a grand jury, Ashley, was convened in San Antonio and has been hearing hearing information in this case. So those whistleblowers provided the underpinning not only for the federal investigation, but obviously this impeachment trial that's going on now.
And we certainly are expecting to hear from those whistleblowers during this impeachment trial. I think that point is very interesting and very important to note. And when you talk about those whistleblowers, the House managers have said, and we kind of knew that this was brewing at the beginning of the regular legislative session, that whistleblower settlement and the fact that the attorney generals wanted to pay that settlement through the attorney general's office is what triggered this entire investigation into him and his impeachment.
With those House members who were part of the House Investigative Committee saying, look, if we are being asked to spend $3.3 million of taxpayer money to settle this claim that has been brought against Ken Paxton, we need to fully and deeply and broadly understand everything about it. So Ashley, what they have said publicly is that as they kept turning over rocks during their own investigation, they were more and more alarmed and more appalled. And so that prompted them to bring these initially 20 articles of impeachment. Keep in mind that there are 4 that senators are not taking up. Those are being held in abeyance is the legal word. Those 4 articles actually deal with allegations of security fraud that Ken Paxton is facing. Keep in mind that in addition to this impeachment proceeding that's happening now, which Dan Patrick, the lieutenant governor, has described as a political trial. As we mentioned, there's the federal investigation going on into Ken Paxton. And then thirdly, there are 7, now 8-year-old allegations against him involving securities fraud. That case stemming from an investigation that originated in his home county of Collin County. And as we know, those charges are still pending as well.
They're still pending. They've been assigned to a judge in Houston who wants to see this settled, by the way. And in fact, there was a hearing not too long ago in Houston, Tony, you were there, where the judge said, we're going to see how this impeachment plays out, how this impeachment trial plays out, and then we're going to settle those criminal charges.
Settle by either A, going to trial,
right,
or B, coming up with some sort of other resolution that could involve a dismissal or could involve a plea. Clearly, we don't know the answer to that at this point. Ashley, one thing that I think is also just so significant to talk about, and that is the number or lack of number of Republican senators who voted in favor of dismissing these articles of impeachment against Ken Paxton this morning. I think our cameras were trained on Paxton and his 2 attorneys on his right and his left. And frankly, they did not look pleased at all about what was happening.
No, but also to some degree, I think this is to be expected. When we look at the House vote clearly put partisan politics to the side. The House members voted 121 to 23.
Not even close.
Not even close to impeach. And so I think that that speaks to the fact that for those representatives, including those diehard Republican representatives, there was something there that compelled them. In fact, you have conservative Republicans on the House Board of Managers who will be trying this trial, who said there's something there that's just not right and we have to take a stand. But when we look at the motion, so there were 16 motions that would have resulted in the dismissal of an article of impeachment or all of the articles of impeachment. And in order for that, you needed to have all of the senators vote on those specific motions. And time after time after time, it was not even close. I think there are 6 diehard Republicans who were voting in Paxton's favor, 4 who were going back and forth.
And the magic number that Paxton needed to get to was 16.
Right.
And to your point,
not even 2/3, a simple majority.
Did not come close to getting those dismissed. And it's striking because over the past several weeks and months, as this has been a very hot summer in Texas, and I'm not just talking about the temperature, I'm talking about the political temperature as well, we have seen multiple efforts, particularly from more ultra-conservative political action committees. There's one one in particular called Defend Texas Liberty. And we have seen them spending money aggressively, going after and targeting actually specific senators who they think are at risk for supporting the impeachment of Ken Paxton, promising political retribution in the form of a candidate and a primary opponent. And so we have seen efforts throughout the summer to try to influence some of those senators. But again, Ashley, they had a chance to throw this whole thing out the door this morning, and they didn't do it.
To your point about those PACs, that PAC, Defend Texas Liberty, even making a donation and a loan to Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick's campaign, which we have reported on. But it is certainly worth noting that starting today, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, the House managers, members of the Senate have said they will not campaign. They will not be accepting campaign donations during the trial, which again just really speaks to the seriousness of what is happening in this historic moment. The first time a Texas Attorney General has been impeached, the first time in more than a century that we've had an impeachment proceeding or an impeachment trial for a statewide elected official.
Right. There was another impeachment in the mid-1970s that was for a state district judge in South Texas. And one of the things that's interesting, too, Ashley, if you go back in the history books, and I know both you and I have done that over the past several months, and that is some of the efforts to dismiss these articles of impeachment were frankly the same playbook that attorneys used for Governor Paul Ferguson in 1917, for example, to try to stop his impeachment trial from going forward. But again, that just really landing flat with the senators this morning.
Well, that's the only playbook you have,
right,
Tony, for something like this. So no real surprise that they had to sort of reach back and go back to look at those
way
things.
Back in time.
Yeah, way back. We are on a brief 10-minute break. The Senate plans to come back at about 11:30, and at that time they will hear the plea. Attorney General Paxton will have to enter his plea. They'll do a few more housekeeping things before they take a lunch break and then come back for opening. We want to run through the rules of this trial for you. After 2 days of deliberations, the Texas Senate voted on rules for the trial. Both the prosecution and the defense will get 60 minutes for opening statements. They will then have 24 hours to present evidence, 60 minutes each for rebuttals of evidence, and 60 minutes each for final arguments. And something I want to note about these time frames, because this was one of the motions that the Lieutenant Governor had to clarify, is that if you choose to cross-examine a witness, that will be taken out of your 24 hours. So that's sort of an interesting, we were kind of curious about how the rebuttal evidence, the 60 minutes would play out. But the clocks will switch sides once they start questioning each other's witnesses. The Lieutenant Governor also saying the clock is not going to start running every time you guys want to come up here and confer and talk to the presiding officer. The clock is going to continue to run. You can tell that they want to, be as judicious as they can with the timing that they have.
But Ashley, this also speaks to a question that I know we are all getting, which is how long is this going to last? Mm-hmm. Well, we can see that the Lieutenant Governor is clearly taking some steps to keep this as tight as possible. But Ashley, I also want to point out that as of 11 o'clock this morning, and I've not seen images yet from inside this or outside the Senate chamber, but keep in mind there were about 100 witnesses who were subpoenaed to appear at 11 a.m. sharp this morning.
And it will certainly be interesting to see who gets called, how we make it through that list of 100 witnesses. Tony, tell us this. Who are you most interested to hear from on the stand?
I think we are going to hear a lot of interesting testimony. I mean, let's all be honest with each other here. Much has been made about Ken Paxton's alleged mistress. She was a Capitol staffer, and so certainly there are many people out there who may want to hear some of the more salacious details of their relationship, but keep in mind that the bigger picture about why she is important to all of this is that she she is accused of receiving employment from an Austin investor who was friends with Ken Paxton, a benefit that Ken Paxton allegedly received from a man, that investor, his name is Nate Paul, to employ this mistress, this alleged mistress of Ken Paxton. So I think hearing from her and what she can describe about how that arrangement all came together is really central to this case.
Yeah. Obviously, the other big factor in all of this is the fact that the Attorney General is married to a state senator, Angela Paxton. Now, Senator Paxton was not given the juror's oath of office this morning. She was the only senator on the floor because she has some different rules that she has to play by. Tony, tell us about those rules.
Well, under the Texas Constitution and rules adopted by the Senate, Ashley, Angela Paxton, again, a state senator and A.G. Paxton's wife, is required to attend the trial, but she cannot vote and she cannot actually be in the room when her colleagues, her friends and colleagues, deliberate. However, her presence will count toward the total number of votes needed to convict, which some people see as a vote to acquit.
Yeah, and we want to take a moment to step back and explain that. There are 31 senators. It will take a 2/3 majority vote of the senators present on the floor at the time of the vote in order to acquit. So you assume that would be all 30 voting members, but plus her, so 31, which means you are going to need a significant number. You're going to need 9 Republicans to side with the Democrats if the Democrats vote to convict in order to convict.
I've heard it described as really this is a trial for 9 Republican senators. I mean, they are the ultimate decision makers about whether or not Ken Paxton remains in office for his 3rd term or whether or not he is pushed out of office as part of this proceeding.
Yeah, so if we can break down exactly what that looks like for you, I believe we have looking at how the votes. I'm hearing we don't have it. This is the joy of live television. We actually do not have that we would bring to you. But again, there are 19 Republicans and 12 Democrats in the city. So 21 votes total needed for that conviction.
That's right. Again, all ayes. We assume that the 12 Democrats will, in fact, vote in favor of a conviction. But again, Ashley, with regard to those pretrial motions this morning, we often see the Senate vote along party lines. And that's just not what happened this morning with different senators making their own independent decision about what they would do going forward.
Exactly. I think it is going to be interesting. It was interesting to watch how they decided to vote and the votes that they took. You had lawmakers who voted not to dismiss all of the articles, but then did vote to dismiss certain articles or did vote to quash some things. And so it really will be interesting to see their takes. Unfortunately, there's a big gag order, in effect. So we can't ask those senators about what they're thinking about, what their process was. We're taking a look back again. The senators were on a short 10-minute break. You can see they're starting to come back into the Senate chamber now, but still not seated at their desk, which means we've still got a little more time before things get started. And when they do come back, we're expecting the Attorney General to enter his plea, which we assume obviously is going to be not guilty.
Well, and he has made obviously very few public statements, but the public statements that he has made was not only saying that he is innocent of any charge against him, but again, Ashley, just denouncing this whole process, saying that it is a political sham, borrowing some of the language that we have heard from Donald Trump, that this is the weaponization of the electorate process against him. But again, what's so striking is that we are seeing Republicans who are not in favor of Ken Paxton. Some of them, not only, as we've mentioned in the House, voting to move these articles of impeachment into the Senate, but now again, not standing with Ken Paxton when they had the opportunity to do so earlier today. And Ashley, if we just broaden the lens a little bit, we have seen big name Republicans in the weeks leading up to the trial, non-senator big name Republicans going public Former Governor Rick Perry for one of them, writing an op-ed article for the Wall Street Journal, not necessarily weighing in on whether he believes Ken Paxton should be convicted or not, but saying that he believes that there is enough concerning information that a trial should be held. Similarly, we have heard the same sort of sentiment from Karl Rove, former advisor to President George W. Bush, who, by the way, we are told is also on the witness list and could very possibly be reporting to the Capitol today.
And I think that's the clear message that was also sent from the Senate this morning, from the majority even of Republican senators, that this is concerning, this is very serious. We do need to hear the evidence in a very public fashion. The people of Texas deserve to know and deserve to hear. It looks like they're starting again. Let's listen in.
Members, please take your seats. Members, now that we are moving forward based on the pretrial motions, I'd like to comment on several of the key rules and procedures for the trial, particularly so we are totally transparent for the public and that everyone knows what is about to happen. First, the Texas Constitution and the law require the Senate to receive articles of impeachment preferred by the House of Representatives and try them in the Senate. For the general public, the articles of impeachment are the charges brought by the House. The Senate is committed to conducting a fair and impartial trial where eligible senators will serve as jurors. We will start each day at 9 a.m. and continue until at least 6, possibly a bit later. Of course, today we started on Tuesday because of the holiday, but next week it will be Monday through Friday and potentially could go to Saturday next week. We will not do Saturday this week. We will break probably every 90 minutes or so for the jurors and the parties to stretch. We'll do it for 20 minutes and we'll be timely and come back. We'll break for lunch about 12:15 most days for 45 minutes till 1. And then we will come back for the afternoon. I'd like to place a couple of things on the record officially. The parties have agreed to provide the court and the opposing party with 24 hours of advance notice on witnesses. They plan to call to testify. Is that correct? Both sides? Thank you. Additionally, the party said they would agree to the admissibility of certain exhibits. Is that correct?
No, Your Honor. That might be heard.
Yes? Hold on 1 second. We cannot hear. Is that mic on?
What we got? Thank you, Your Honor. I apologize.
Start at the beginning. Start at the beginning.
It's a good trial run of screwing up on the technology. I think what I said was Mr. Busby suggested last Wednesday that we decide to get together and agree what could be pre-admitted. We thought that was a great idea. The President thought so, and we assumed that's what was going to happen. On Thursday, we were asked would we what our position was about their exhibits, and we said we would agree to pre-admit all of their exhibits. They could put in anything we wanted that was on their witness list, and we would not object. They wrote back, they came back and said, is that a precondition? And I said, no, that is our position. We will not object to any of your exhibits. Now, what is your position about ours? We'll get back to you. We didn't hear. We didn't get back. And finally, they wrote back and said, we will not agree to pre-admit any of your exhibits. So that means, in light of what the court said earlier, by the way, do I say court or what do I say? I can handle Mr. President, but I don't know what to refer to the facility.
Court is fine.
Thank you. What that means is that anytime they seek to introduce an exhibit, it's going to come in unobjected to, because that was the word we gave them. When we seek to introduce any exhibit, there may be continued objections which are going to slow it down. And so I welcome the court's observation that if that starts taking away somebody's time unfairly, the court has the ability to acknowledge that. And I'm just simply asking at this stage, no action on the part of the court, but an awareness is, we thought we were playing fair with what they got in here and represented to you, and we're not taking our word back. These guys wouldn't even negotiate it with us. They wouldn't even talk to us about, we'll agree to some, we won't agree to others. I stand up as a matter of privilege in a House of privilege or Senate of privilege. I just want the court to know, no, we did not have an agreement on pre-admitting.
Any response?
We'll take a look at them and we'll object if it's appropriate. If it's not appropriate, we will not object. We'll do it like we're supposed to do it. Thank you, Your Honor.
I've heard you both. Okay, I've heard both. Members, if you're watching at home, also know that you may attend in person if you wish. Go to senatetexas.gov for public access guidelines and more information in case you're watching at home and want to come in person. I want to remind the jurors and everyone watching that the juror senators may not consider any evidence unless taken under oath in this chamber. Their decision, your decision, must only be based on the facts and evidence presented here in this chamber, and by considering the credibility of the witnesses testifying here and here only, under oath. No evidence whatsoever outside of this chamber shall be considered for any purpose. This includes anything said in the House impeachment proceedings where no testimony was given under oath. Senators cannot consider anything reported in the news, anything on social media, or anything they have been told by anyone outside of this trial in this chamber, only what you hear under oath testified to in this court, and your belief in those who are testifying. Senate jurors may only consider evidence given under oath in this chamber as you are the sole determiners of the credibility of the witnesses called to testify. One unique aspect of this proceeding is that one senator is the spouse of the accused. The senators adopted rules that make the spouse of the accused ineligible to vote as a juror. They could find no instance where a spouse of any defendant in any type of trial was allowed to be a juror. However, even though Senator Paxton cannot vote, the threshold to convict remains the same. The members kept the threshold at 2/3 of 31 senators, which would still require 21, even though only 30 members are voting. So the threshold is still 21 votes. At the end of the trial, the members will deliberate in private as any jury would. To be clear, the presiding officer, I do not have a vote on guilt or innocence. I will not give any member my opinion on how they should vote. In deliberations, the senator jurors will consider the following. Did the House managers prove beyond a reasonable doubt any article of impeachment against Attorney General? And if so, shall that article be sustained, which would result in removal from office? Therefore, it's a two-part question. Even if a member believes the House managers have proven an article beyond a reasonable doubt, the member may only sustain the article if they also believe Attorney General Paxton should be removed from office based on that article. If any one of the 16 articles is sustained against Attorney General Paxton, he'll be removed from office. The jury would then vote one last time on whether he can hold public office again if that were to occur. Members at home watching, if you wish to read the 31 rules voted 25-3 by the senators which govern this trial in more detail, they are posted on our website. These are just a few of the rules that will guide this trial, but I hope my statements today clarify some questions that the public may have had or have. After I swear in witnesses who are present, each party may make an opening statement, and after the articles are read, the impeachment articles are read. With that, Attorney General Paxton, please rise. Clerk, please read the articles of impeachment, one at a time, preferred by the House of Representatives.
Articles of Impeachment. Article 1, disregard of official duty, protection of charitable organization. While holding office as Attorney General, Warren Kenneth Paxton violated the duties of his office by failing to act as public protector of charitable organizations as required by Chapter 123 Property Code. Specifically, Paxton caused employees of his office to intervene in the lawsuit brought by the Roy F. and Joanne Cole Mitt Foundation against several corporate entities controlled by Nate Paul. Paxton harmed the Mitt Foundation in an effort to benefit Paul.
Senator Paxton, how do you plead?
Attorney General Ken Paxton is innocent and therefore pleads not guilty.
Clerk will read the next article.
Article 2, disregard of official duty, abuse of the opinion process. While holding office as Attorney General, Warren Kenneth Paxton misused his official power to issue written legal opinions under Subchapter C, Chapter 402 Government Code. Specifically, Paxton caused employees of his office to prepare an opinion in an attempt to avoid the impending foreclosure sales of properties belonging to Nate Paul or business entities controlled by Paul. Paxton concealed his actions by soliciting the chair of a Senate committee to serve as straw requestor. Furthermore, Paxton directed employees of his office to reverse their legal conclusion for the benefit of Paul.
Those allegations are untrue, therefore he pleads not guilty.
I didn't mean to step on you. You want to repeat that?
The allegations that I just heard are untrue, therefore Ken Paxton pleads not guilty.
Thank you.
Article 3, disregard of official duty, abuse of the open records process. While holding office as Attorney General, Warren Kenneth Paxton misused his official power to administer the Public Information Law, Chapter 552 Government Code. Specifically, Paxton directed employees of his office to act contrary to law by refusing to render a proper decision relating to a public information request for records held by the Department of Public Safety, and by issuing a decision involving another public information request that was contrary to law and applicable legal precedent.
Attorney General Paxton, how do you plead?
Everything she just said there was false. Therefore, Attorney General Ken Paxton pleads not guilty.
Clerk will read the next article.
Article 4, disregard of official duty, misuse of official information. While holding office as Attorney General, Warren Kenneth Paxton misused his official power to administer the Public Information Law, Chapter 552 Government Code. Specifically, Paxton improperly obtained access to information held by his office that had not been publicly disclosed for the purpose of providing the information to the benefit of Nate Paul.
Attorney General, how do you plead?
Your Honor, those are all untrue. Therefore, Ken Paxton pleads not guilty.
Clerk will read the next article.
Article 5, disregard of official duty, engagement of CAMIC. While holding office as Attorney General, Warren Kenneth Paxton misused his official powers by violating the laws governing the appointment of prosecuting attorneys pro tem. Specifically, Paxton engaged Brandon Kamick, a licensed attorney, to conduct an investigation into a baseless complaint during which Kamick issued more than 30 grand jury subpoenas in an effort to benefit Nate Paul or Paul's business entities.
Attorney General Paxton, how do you plead?
The Attorney General is innocent and therefore pleads not guilty.
The clerk will read the next article.
Article 6, disregard of official duty, termination of whistleblowers. While holding office as Attorney General, Warren Kenneth Paxton violated the duties of his office by terminating and taking adverse personnel action against employees of his office in violation of this state's whistleblower law, Chapter 554 Government Code. Specifically, Paxton terminated employees of his office who made good faith reports of his unlawful actions to law enforcement authorities. Paxton terminated the employees without good cause or due process and in retaliation for reporting his illegal acts and improper conduct. Furthermore, Paxton engaged in a public and private campaign to impugn the employees' professional reputations or prejudice their future employment.
Attorney General Paxton, how do you plead?
Everything she said there, sir, is legally and factually incorrect, and therefore Attorney General Ken Paxton pleads not guilty.
The clerk will read the next article.
Article 7, misapplication of public resources, whistleblower investigation and report. While holding office as Attorney General, Warren Kenneth Paxton misused public resources entrusted to him. Specifically, Paxton directed employees of his office to conduct a sham investigation into whistleblower complaints made by employees whom Paxton had terminated and to create and publish a lengthy written report containing false or misleading statements in Paxton's defense.
Attorney General Paxton, how do you plead?
The allegations she just referenced are untrue. Therefore, the Attorney General pleads not guilty.
The clerk will read the next article.
Article 8, disregard of official duty settlement agreement. While holding office as Attorney General, Warren Kenneth Paxton misused his official powers by concealing his wrongful acts in connection with whistleblower complaints made by employees whom Paxton had terminated. Specifically, Paxton entered into a settlement agreement with the whistleblowers that provides for payment of the settlement from public funds. The settlement agreement stayed the wrongful termination suit and conspicuously delayed the discovery of facts and testimony at trial to Paxton's advantage, which deprived the electorate of its opportunity to make an informed decision when voting for Attorney General.
Attorney General Paxton, how do you plead?
The Attorney General is innocent of those charges and pleads not guilty.
The clerk will read the next article.
Article 9, constitutional bribery, Paul's employment of mistress. While holding office as Attorney General, Warren Kenneth Paxton engaged in bribery in violation of Section 41, Article 16, Texas Constitution. Specifically, Paxton benefited from Nate Paul's employment of a woman with whom Paxton was having an extramarital affair. Paul received favorable legal assistance from or specialized access to the Office of the Attorney General.
Attorney General Paxton, how do you plead?
Those allegations are flat out false. The Attorney General pleads not guilty.
The clerk will read the next article.
Article 10, constitutional bribery, Paul's providing renovations to Paxton home. While holding office as Attorney General, Warren Kenneth Paxton engaged in bribery in violation of Section 41, Article 16, Texas Constitution. Specifically, Paxton benefited from Nate Paul providing renovations to Paxton's home. Paul received favorable legal assistance from or specialized access to the Office of the Attorney General.
Attorney General Paxton, how do you plead?
Those allegations are offensive and false. The Attorney General pleads not guilty.
Clerk will read the next article.
Article 15, false statements in official records, whistleblower response report. While holding office as Attorney General, Warren Kenneth Paxton made false or misleading statements in official records to mislead both the public and public officials. Specifically, Paxton made or caused to be made multiple false or misleading statements in the lengthy written report issued by his office in response to whistleblower allegations.
Attorney General Paxton, how do you plead?
Stand by that report and therefore plead not guilty.
Your Honor, objection is simply that if he wants to take the stand and testify, we welcome that. But otherwise, this is supposed to be a plea from the client. He can enter a plea of not guilty for his client. He can't make speeches as he's doing now, and I object. I ask that he just be instructed to plead not guilty or guilty, whichever he chooses, but not to be making speeches through his lawyer.
Sustained. Clerk will read the next charge.
Article 16, conspiracy and attempted conspiracy. While holding office as Attorney General, Warren Kenneth Paxton acted with others to conspire or attempt to conspire to commit acts described in one or more articles.
Attorney General Paxton, how do you plead?
Absolutely not guilty.
Clerk will read the next article.
Article 17, misappropriation of public resources. While holding office as Attorney General, Warren Kenneth Paxton misused his official powers by causing employees of his office to perform services for his benefit and the benefit of others.
Attorney General Paxton, how do you plead?
Again, Your Honor, not guilty.
Clerk will read the next article.
Article 18, dereliction of duty. While holding office as Attorney General, Warren Kenneth Paxton violated the Texas Constitution, his oaths of office, statutes, and public policy against public officials, acting contrary to the public interest by engaging in acts described in one or more articles.
Attorney General, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
Clerk will read the next article.
Article 19, unfitness for office. While holding office as Attorney General, Warren Kenneth Paxton engaged in misconduct, private or public, of such character as to indicate his unfitness for office, as shown by the acts described in one or more articles.
Attorney General, how do you plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Clerk will read the following article.
Article 20, abuse of public trust. While holding office as Attorney General, Warren Kenneth Paxton used, misused, or failed to use his official powers in a manner calculated to subvert the lawful operation of the government of the state of Texas and obstruct the fair and impartial administration of justice, thereby bringing the office of Attorney General into scandal and disrepute to the prejudice of public confidence in the government of this state, as shown by the acts described in one or more articles.
Attorney General Paxton, how do you plead?
Your Honor, the Attorney General is innocent, and we plead not guilty.
You may be seated. Bailiff, do we have witnesses to be sworn in? Please bring them into court.
So what we are watching right now, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick has just called for the witnesses to be brought in to be given their oath. This should be interesting to see who walks through that door, Tony.
Again, it's a dramatic moment we are all watching here together, but Ashley, we know that about 100 people had been subpoenaed to testify as part of this trial. Not necessarily all of them will be called to the witness stand, but we have understood that a number of people who are both allies and enemies of Ken Paxton are expected to take the witness stand. Any number of people, some of the faces that we may recognize, let's see as we watch here.
And while that list was leaked, it was made to be confidential.
It was, and then there we have just lost our shot. If we could go back to that close shot, that would be helpful for us. We're gonna.
But we can't do that. We're taking.
Are these the only witnesses in the building to be sworn in? At this time, I'll swear in any witness who's present. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm that the evidence I give upon this hearing by the Senate of Texas of impeachment, charges against Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr. shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to Rule 24, the rule has been invoked. The rule means that witnesses, except the members of the court, the parties, and their counsel, must remain outside the hearing or the courtroom at all times while testimony is being heard, except when testifying or until discharged. If you are a witness, please remain in town and available to promptly appear at the Capitol if the court or either party calls on you. You must not converse with each other or with any other person except counsel for the parties concerning the proceedings before the court, and are not to read any report, watch any live stream or broadcast of the proceedings, including news reports or social media, or comment on testimony before the court. Any witness violating this instruction may be punished for contempt, up to 6 months in jail, or a $500 fine. Do you all understand? Thank you. You're dismissed. Members, at this time, we'll break, just because this is the perfect break point, for lunch. Be back at 1, and then we will have opening statements when we return. Thank you. Thank you, pardon.
Needless to say, it has been an eventful morning in this historic impeachment trial of Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton.
And it is going to continue to be. Those opening statements, of course, will lay out the cases for both sides, some of which we have heard and read through court filings. But again, this will be the first time we are hearing particularly from Ken Paxton's legal team. We have heard previously from House impeachment managers on the day that the House voted to move those impeachment articles to the Senate. We did hear much of what they had to say and very compelling speeches that they delivered from the House floor that day. But again, this will be the first time we really do get an insight into Paxton's defense.
And we really did expect to hear those arguments, those opening statements earlier in the day, but we have since 9 o'clock this morning for 3 hours been listening as the Senate and then Patrick, who's serving as the presiding officer in this trial, rule on those pretrial motions. So there were 22 pretrial motions that had to be ruled on, 16 of which the senators had to vote on in very dramatic fashion, Tony, because they would have dismissed one or more of the articles.
Exactly. And this morning was an opportunity for Ken Paxton's allies, particularly fellow Republicans in the Senate, to say no more. This thing is not going forward. And as we have said, Ashley, they did not deliver.
No, to your point, though, we've seen other big-name Republicans saying these allegations are serious. They deserve to have a day in court, some of this stuff. We deserve to see full-on this evidence. But there were 6 Republicans who firmly stood and firmly voted to allow those motions to try to end this. And then I would say there were about 4 other Republican senators who were going back and forth on the motions. But Tony, also, can we note we're already starting to see the fireworks fly between Rusty Hardin and Tony Busby?
Let's talk about that, because we really have not talked about the legal firepower that this case has garnered. On the prosecution side, of course, we are talking about Rusty Hardin and Dick DeGuerin. Anyone who has followed some of the craziest criminal cases we have had here in Texas, cases that were just very dramatic, drew national attention. When you think of those cases, you place Rusty Hardin and Dick DeGuerin at the center of those cases. On the flip side, we have Dan Cogdell and also Tony Busby. Tony Busby is, I think it's fair to say, a character unto himself. ironically, and I was talking to someone earlier today about this, if you recall 10 years ago when former Governor Rick Perry was indicted for allegations that he illegally vetoed a bill, a budget item for the Travis County District Attorney's Office, his attorney was Tony Busby. And so it's ironic that we then see Rick Perry writing, as I mentioned earlier, this op-ed for the Wall Street Journal calling for a full-on trial, or at least supporting a full-on trial.
And when you mention that Rick Perry, of course, what pops into many people's heads, the picture outside Sandy's Ice Cream after having his mugshot taken. Former Governor Rick Perry, Tony Busby, all enjoying an ice cream there, which speaks to the type of firepower, to your point, that we're going to see. These are some big legal names. And during the portion of the trial where it was time for the Attorney General to enter his plea, guilty or not guilty, we did not actually hear Ken Paxton's voice. Instead, we initially heard Tony Busby saying these allegations are false, the Attorney General is innocent, he pleads not guilty, until the point where Rusty Hardin stood up and objected. And
said this is not about making a speech about his innocence, this is about an actual plea.
Right. And Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick sustaining that motion, limiting Busby's commentary, if you will, to a simple not guilty or guilty. So as you go ahead, Tony.
Oh, I was just going to say the bottom line is that I think that it is very possible, if not likely, we are going to see these attorneys really push the boundary about what is acceptable and not acceptable decorum during this process.
Especially when we look at evidence. You had Rusty Hardin say they were going to allow Ken Paxton's defense team to present all their articles of evidence that they wanted. This was sort of a gentleman's agreement, if you will, that they talked about doing before the start of the trial. But that Rusty then said they didn't hear that same okay given to them from Paxton's team.
Exactly. And actually, I also just want to point out, we saw a handful of witnesses being sworn in this morning. You know, I'm frankly curious about where the other witnesses are or when they have been told to appear. It was our understanding that they were all told to appear this morning. But if that was the case, if they were in another room of the Capitol, they were certainly not brought out to be sworn in.
And to take that oath, they'll have to be given that later. So as you heard, the Senate is in recess for a lunch break, and they will come back at 1 o'clock this afternoon for opening statements. We, of course, will bring you those opening statements live right here on KVUE at 1 p.m. We'll then carry the entire trial on KVUE Plus, where Tony and myself, along with other experts, will bring you analysis and summaries of the trial. You can watch that each day live on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and KVUE.com. We thank you for watching this special report. We will bring you those opening statements in the impeachment trial of Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton when they start at 1 o'clock this afternoon. As for now, we will return you to your regularly scheduled programming already in progress.